and a high-powered passing offense is going to invade the castle here this evening. But keep in mind last week, 62-7 victory over the Hurricane Redskins in the coming out party for head coach Eric Fetty and his Cabell Midland Knights. All phases of the game complete last week. I think we even saw it come together. You could actually see it. When the kids realized it, I think they found a little something last week, Ben.
Well, yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Chris. It did seem like it finally started, the pieces of the puzzle finally started to connect. Right, we saw a great running game and also a great passing game as well, great defenses overall. And I agree with you. It's like finally, once you start getting confidence, you start seeing that success, good things will happen. And I'm kind of glad that we won when we did, because now we could take that win and go up against a very heavy task that is in the Stallions here tonight, which is one of the best teams in the OHSA Division 3.
You're going to have a week off next week after playing this team, and there's a ton of athletes in and around the Columbus area. So you're going to see a showcase of sorts here this evening with the guys that are going to be playing on Saturdays. And Midland, by the way, right, has some guys who are going to play on Saturdays too, but this is a special team coming in here tonight that runs the ball very well, passes the ball even better. 1,500 yards through the air on the season. Total yards, over 1,000 passing yards on the season. They're passing around 200 yards a game. This is a team that likes to throw the ball around. And if you're an Ohio State fan, you're familiar with that quarterback by the last name of Day, whose father is going to be coaching tomorrow in Columbus, Ohio. His father is the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Ryan Day. Rumored to be in attendance here this evening. I hear that he's only missed one game this season that his son has played. So Coach Day very likes to be involved in his son's life, and they expect him to be here tonight to watch his son play. And they're playing a night game tomorrow, so a good opportunity for him to get down here. A quick jaunt down to the tri-state area from Columbus. A very doable trip, and they'll play their ball game tomorrow night at 7:30 at the Horseshoe. But speaking of their quarterback, 70% completion percentage, 1,048 yards, over 8 yards on each attempt, 12 touchdowns, Pat, 12 touchdowns. This is a kid that knows every phase of that game, and rightfully so, because his dad is. But also, this is a school that's very storied. We talked about their championships, their regional championships, their state runner-ups, and state championships. Lots of alumni on this coaching staff. Ryan Wiggins, a 97 graduate of Desales himself, and a few others on this team who are alumni of that school. So I think you're going to see a high-powered offense out here this evening. I think what we want to see from head coach Eric Fetty is they get the ball up and down the field last week like they did. They were very unselfish. We talked about 7 kids who hit pay dirt for the Knights last week. Every time they touched the ball, they scored. And I think that's impressive for them coming to this ball game tonight. They need that momentum. Yes,
they do need that momentum very much indeed, as this is a Midland team, of course, struggled at the beginning part of the year, finally starting getting the pieces connected. I do agree with you. It needs a lot of momentum here tonight. As we mentioned, DeSales is a really good football team, known for being one of the top teams in the state of Ohio, and this is also the game that really plays to Ironton, which is also the powerhouse in the state. So you go from one powerhouse to another powerhouse.
I think you're going to see a really big matchup here this evening. We'll see how Midland responds to the high-powered passing offense that they've not seen thus far this season, and they are pass-heavy. The Stallions are pass-heavy, Midland run-heavy. I think they found their magic formula last week. And we'll see if they can continue that here this evening. We're going to go ahead and take our first break of the pregame show, and we'll come back with words from head coach Eric Fetty. We also got a chance to catch up with head coach Ryan Wiggins a little earlier when they got into town as well. We'll get thoughts from him, and we'll talk about all the things going on in and around the world of college football a little bit in the pregame as well. But more importantly, we've got a kickoff coming in just about 20 minutes between the Cabell Midland Knights and the St. Francis Desales Stallions right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
At Food Fair, you can count on our local delis to have fresh and delicious options always available, like our best-in-town fried chicken. Stop by one of our convenient locations to get this weekly deli special while you're at it. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College, because you matter here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome from Ona, West Virginia, your 13-time consecutive and current West Virginia State High School Marching Band champions, the best band in the land, the pride of Cabell County, the Cabell Midland High School Marching Knights, under the direction of Jordan Carinelli, assisted by Julie Carper and Hunter Blankenship. The Marching Knights are led onto the field by Drum Major Riley B., assisted by Isabel Anderson and Logan Sears. On your feet and cheer on your Marching Knights as they play the school song, followed by the horse. And just a reminder, the Marching Knights will perform their entire 2025 field show adrift at the conclusion of tonight's game, so stay and join us. And now, please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Cabell Midland High School alma mater, immediately followed by the school song, Go Knights!
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Bowtie Mike here, reminding you that Cardinal Chevrolet is your destination for all things automotive. We offer a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, a full-service collision center, parts and service departments, plus up to 125% of KBB for your trade. Stop by for a no-obligation appraisal. We make the deals that nobody can match because it's got the Bowtie guarantee. Hurry in. CardinalChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy and bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World's pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
Hey, Cabell Midland Football, I'd like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. We'd like to thank our Touchdown Club sponsors, Mean Jeans Towing, All Seasons Power Sports, Guthrie's, Salmons Adams Orthodontics, Redman Bingo, Go Rudy Auto, Village Caregiving, and the good folks down at Barbersville Mini Storage for their continued support. Also, when you walked in tonight, you should have seen a table down there from the National Honor Society. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Buy something or donate to help the National Breast Cancer Foundation. It's to help for the National Honor Society. They have eye stickers, bracelets, bandanas, and hats. Again, that's the National Honor Society. As soon as you walked in down by the concession stand.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
At Food Fair, you can count on our local delis to have fresh and delicious options always available, like our best-in-town fried chicken. Stop by one of our convenient locations to get this weekly deli special while you're at it. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College. Because you matter here.
So let's get on your feet and get ready to welcome your Cabell Midland Knights.
Purple insignia on the side of their helmet as well. Just about ready to get this one underway. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of this one. As we said, R.J. Day, quarterback son of Ohio State football coach Ryan Day, has had a whale of a season. Has had over 1,000 yards passing thus far for 12 touchdowns. You're going to see this team throw the football a lot tonight. But going back to last week, a 62-7 win for this Cabell Midland team. All phases of the game came together last week. I feel like they were clicking on all cylinders. The other thing that you could see is when the light switch went on, it went on for everyone. Midland found its groove last week. 7 Knights went into the end zone to score for Cabell Midland last week. A very unselfish performance for head coach Eric Fetty and his ball club. Certainly one that he was proud of. I think those kids this week in practice are carrying that momentum into the ball game here this evening. And with this high-powered offense you're going to see from St. Francis, Desales this evening, they're going to need every bit of it. Ben, this is a high-powered team, defensively, offensively, but they know. You heard Coach Ryan Wiggins talk about Cabell Midland a little bit. They get up and down the field. He knows that they've got a lot of weapons. You're going to see some things thrown in tonight to get the ball into a lot of players' hands again this evening, and I think that was the key last week for that win against Hurricane.
Yeah, I do agree, but I think the biggest thing is for Cabell Midland, what it needs to do, has to establish the run game and establish it early. Keep the ball out of the Stallions' hands as long as possible. That's got to be the key to success, because R.J. Day can hurt you on the air, and this team is known for throwing the ball around and scoring quickly. So Midland have to keep the ball on the ground and use as much time as possible to walk out of here with the victory. And that's going to require you giving the ball to many different players to be able to pull that off.
I think the other thing you have to look at is eliminating the big play. DeSales is known for explosive plays, big plays. Their points allowed versus points scored on them. The gap is wide there. They score a lot of points, and they do it through the air and on the ground both. They're capable both ways, but I think you heard head coach Eric Fetty talk about that just a few minutes ago, in that they want to eliminate the big plays for DeSales here this evening.
And I think the other thing is, too, is like you meant, is the penalties. Because penalties, even though the Knights won 62-7 last week, penalties have still hurt this Knights team week in and week out. And it has to eliminate the penalties against this is probably the best team that the Knights have seen thus far this season.
Both teams made their way out on the field. Logan Shull and Cam Wallace are the deep men for the Midland Knights here this evening. Kicking it away will be Ryan Bangert, the 5'10", 175-pound junior place kicker for the Stallions. 12 minutes on the clock. The ball's teed up, and we are ready to go here from the Castle. Banger's kick is away. It's going to go straight down the middle of the hash, and it's going to be taken in by Shull. Shull around the right hash. Now he cuts back towards the middle of the field. He's across the 20 up to the 25, and that's where he's going to be taken down at the 30 and 35-yard line. Tackles made by DeSales James Partlow. We'll get our first look at this Midland offense here this evening. They look at 1st and 10 from officially the 36-yard line, it looks like. 36-yard line. About 35-yard line is where they're going to put it back.
Of course, this Knights team, 555 yards to total offense last week against the Redskins of Hurricane.
Midland breaks the huddle and heads out to the line of scrimmage. The single wide out here to the near side is Kean Shelton. Bryson Smith under center, man in motion. That's Shull. He gets the call, cuts up at the left hash mark, the near hash mark, and he's covered up in the backfield. Very quickly, the tackle made by Jordan Karoff. No gain on the play. A matter of fact, a loss of 1 makes it 2nd and 11 from the 34-yard line. Knights looking for a little spark here early. They'll send a wide out to the far side this time. That's Brody Mabry. Ball's on the near hash mark for Midland. Bryson Smith under center. Man to the short side right. They'll send a man in motion. That is Eli Thompson. He'll get set. There's the snap. Hands it off. This time to Turner Bailey. Bailey in the backfield. Tackled for a loss. Back at the 30-yard line. Another loss on the play. They'll mark it at the 31. So a loss of 3 will make it 3rd and 14. Stifling defense early here in the ballgame for DeSales. They'll look at 3rd and 13 from the 32-yard line. We're just underway here from the Castle. 10:50 in the first quarter left as we're just getting started here at the Castle. Chris Tatum, Ben Anderson with you for the call here on 92.7 The Planet. Bryson Smith settles under center. Takes the snap, hands it off right up the middle, and that pile is going nowhere. Maybe a little bit of a push, and now they're just going to stand it up after a gain of maybe 1. It'll bring up 4th down and 12.
The Knights not even getting any positive yardage on that drive. It's just the offensive line just not able to hold up against the strong front of the Stallions. And, yeah, it's like just a lot of missed assignments on his first 3 plays, and it's like the Stallions is using the quickness, and Midland's not able to keep up on that first drive.
Midland in punt formation, deep to receive for the Stallions is Dax Middleton. Middleton stands on his own 30-yard line. There's the snap into the hip pocket, kicks it away. A high wobbly kick, fair caught at the 35 and 36-yard line for Dax Middleton, and that's where the Stallions will take over. 1st and 10, 9:55 left in this first quarter. No score here from the Castle between the Knights and the Stallions. We'll get our first look at R.J. Day. 6'1", 205-pound quarterback, junior quarterback out of Columbus, Ohio. Again, he has over 1,000 yards passing, averaging 70% completion percentage. 12 touchdowns on the season, been intercepted 4 times and sacked once. Play will come in from the sideline. The Stallions will break the huddle and head to the line of scrimmage. R.J. Day calling the signals for Desales. There's the snap from the shotgun. Hands it off. Up the middle towards the left hash mark. Caleb Johnson on the carry for the Stallions. Picks up about 5 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The Stallions quickly showing off its quickness, Chris, and it was like quick to the line, quick on the ball.
Bradley Eden's on the stop for the Knights, and check that carry was Jonathan Hockaday for the Stallions. 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line, from the 41-yard line. There's the snap. R.J. Day pitches. This time it is to Caleb Johnson. Around the right side he comes, and he's tackled, upended right at the original line of scrimmage by Ken Shelton, but he leapt forward, got some positive yardage, and it ended up with about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 45-yard line.
This is what I like out of the Stallions, as like establishing the offense early with the run game.
Knowing they're pass heavy, not what you expected right out of the gate.
Yeah, not at all.
8:45 on a rolling clock here in the first quarter. No score between Desales and Midland. Desales with the football, and they look at 3rd and 1 from the 44-yard line. R.J. Day in the shotgun. Single back set, 1 man in motion. There's the snap, and he's hit in the backfield. A huge tackle by Braylon Wing, and Wing came right through the line of scrimmage and upended the back. That's going to be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Wow, just wow. Braylon Wing looking like Superman and forcing the Stallions to punt.
Had nowhere to go. Camrick had nowhere to go. Wing came right through the line of scrimmage. A great job of shooting that gap, and a tackle for loss brings up 4th and 2 from the 43-yard line, and Desales will punt it away.
And, yeah, the quarterback Scholl will be the one to return this. And they got a great chance to get a great field position here on the second drive.
Snap is to the shoulder pad. The kick is away. The deep man is Scholl. Scholl's going to let it roll inside the 10. Desales got down there quick on coverage. It's going to be stopped dead at the 5-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over. 1st and 10. 7:44 left in this first quarter. No score. They've traded a pair of possessions back and forth, and Wing actually saved that drive for the Knights.
I take that back. I thought the Knights had a great field position on that punt. Instead, now they're on their own 5. So
yeah, it was a great
punt. I gave the old broadcaster's jinx there, Chris.
James Partlow kicked it away. Did a nice job for Desales, pinning Midland back at their own 5-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Smith brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Full stacked line for Smith. He settles in under center. Man to the short side right. There's the snap. Hands it off. Right up the gut goes the football. A little breathing room out to around the 7-yard line. That was Mason Bryant on the carry. Bring up 2nd and about 8.
Well, first positive yardage play for the Knights. And it's like what impressed me the most early on is how St. Francis de Sales, how quick they are to the ball, offense and defense. You don't really see teams that quick.
No, they're flying to the ball for sure. 2nd and 8 for the Knights from the 7-yard line. Mason Bryant on the carry, that last carry. Bryson Smith under center. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself around the right side. He's got room to run across the 10 to the 15-yard line. He's got the first down and a few more. Tackle's going to be made by Blake Donnelly.
Just talking about the quickness on the ball, the question is, can they keep up with that for 4 quarters, or will the gas start run out? And if you're Midland, you hope the gas runs out so you can continue doing what you're doing.
Jake Williams also on that stop for DeSales. As Midland puts together a drive, moving those sticks, 1st and 10 from their own 17. Bryson Smith picked up that first down for the Knights. He brings his team back to the line of scrimmage, a single wide out to the far side right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Midland moving right to left in front of us. Smith hands it off. Around the right side, towards the right hash mark goes the back. Mason Bryant on the carry, gets a couple again, make it 2nd and 8. So Bryant picks up 2 more as the clock rolls towards the 6:20 mark of the first quarter. Midland with the football. No score here from the Castle. 2nd and 8 from their own 19-yard line for Cabell Midland. Play comes in from the sidelines for the Knights. They'll break the huddle and head back to the line of scrimmage. Smith settles in. Team set. He'll go under center. Man in motion. It turns. Smith looking to pass. Pressure comes. Now he fires for the right side. He's got a receiver at the 27-yard line. It's going to be caught by Eli Thompson at about the 32-yard line is where he'll escape to and move the sticks again for the Knights. Talk about pass-heavy offense. This is what we didn't expect. The Knights airing the ball out a little bit. Move the sticks. A good pickup for the Knights and a first down to the 34-yard line.
That was risky because Logan Shaw just nearly getting blown up throwing the ball. That was a very floppy ball, too.
Ball rests on the 33 is where the official placement is. The handoff is to Turner Bailey. Around the right side he goes. Still on his feet. Gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, Cabell Midland has been the underdog all season long, and it's fighting like an underdog thus far.
I will say this about this team. They've never quit. And you heard Eric Fetty say that in the pregame. They have played hard from bell to bell every game. 2nd and 7. 36-yard line's where the ball sits. Midland to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation for the Knights. Smith under center takes the snap. Hands it off. Got some room to run. That is Turner Bailey again towards that right hash and cuts towards the outside. Positive yardage across to the 42-yard line. Give him about 6 yards.
Big third down here for Cabell Midland, as you really need a first down here. You do not want to give the football back after getting a drive like this. You want to find pay dirt.
3rd and 1 for the Knights. Play comes in from the sideline. Bryson Smith will go into the huddle.
This is a kid that's also impressed me a lot this season. Coming in after in Spring Valley, 3rd straight game in a row, it's the starting QB, and he's really been impressed me these last 3 games.
He's done a nice job for sure. Like I said, I think they found their mix, honestly. Smith will go under center. 3rd and 1 for the Knights. There's the snap. Whistles before the snap, and you have
delay a game.
Delay a game on the Knights, so back it up 5 yards.
And that hurts the Knights. You got to be more disciplined than that. Now, seeing the 2 back wings signaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you have to be more disciplined.
That 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6 for the Knights.
As I said, penalties have hurt this team many times this season. It could possibly hurt them again.
Smith will go under center. Settles in, takes the snap. Hands it off right up the middle. Not much doing there for Cabell Midland.
Did he even gain a yard?
No, I think he got back. Maybe got a yard on forward progress, but it's going to bring up 4th down at about 5 for the Knights. Mason Bryant on the carry. 3.5 to go, just over 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Midland going to have to punt it away again.
That hurts if you're the Knights. You had a great drive going. Now you got to give the ball back. You got to give the ball away.
Eli Thompson in punt formation for the Knights. Stands on his own 25-yard line.
Have to be more disciplined on the next drive. You have to be.
There's the snap. Kick is blocked. They got in front of the kick, and Desales has the football. They fell on it. Desales recovers at the 32-yard line, it looks like, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10. This battle of field position is going to play into who scores first. If they keep trading back and forth, then DeSales chips away each time.
DeSales, you have to score here. You got the blocked punt. You're in great field position with the blocked punt.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Knights for DeSales. R.J. Day in the shotgun, takes the snap, whistles, flags.
Yeah,
sideline warning. Sideline warning on Midland. I think that's happened the last 2 games, as a matter of fact.
That has. It happened for both Hurricane and Midland, and Hurricane had so many times they'd actually had a 5-yard penalty called against the Redskins last week.
DeSales back to the line of scrimmage. R.J. Day from the shotgun. Single back to his left side. 2 wideouts to either side as well. There's the snap. Passing, looking, got a receiver at the 10-yard line. Makes the grab, stumbles backwards, almost hits pay dirt just inside the 5-yard line for Jordan Karhoff on the little pitch and catch, and that's 1st and 10, 1st and goal, rather, from inside the 10-yard line for DeSales. They'll put the ball on the 8.
Karhoff could have found pay dirt on that one, but luckily defender comes in, drops his shoulder, hits him in the back of the legs because defender was not able to get that perfect shot. He could have been able to turn around and dance his way into the end zone.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line for DeSales. R.J. Day from the shotgun takes the snap, looking, passing, corner of the end zone. Got a receiver. Did he get his feet down? Yes, he does get his feet down. Touchdown for DeSales.
That was an impressive catch.
That was Frankie McAllister on an 8-yard touchdown catch from R.J. Day.
Frankie McAllister, of course, like the tiptoe catch in the back corner of the end zone. Kind of looking like prime Antonio Brown in the days of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So an 8-yard touchdown pass at the 2:33 mark of the first quarter. Extra point on the way. Ball's down, kick is up. It is in and good. The extra point good for Ryan Banger. Your score 7-0 in favor of DeSales Catholic Stallions. We'll be back with more action here on 92.7 The Planet.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Kickoff is picked up around the 10-yard line after that 8-yard touchdown pass from R.J. Day to Frankie McAllister. Extra point was good, 7-0 your score. Midland with the football. The kickoff not returned, but a few yards back out to the 16-yard line. Bobbled over there on the far sideline a little bit by Cabell Midland, but the offense now back out of the field.
Yeah, that could have been a complete disaster that time, but luckily the Knights just able to avoid disaster.
Back to work for Bryson Smith. He hands the ball off around the right side. Room to run. Running back is across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there for Cabell Midland. That was Turner Bailey. The tackle made by John Hockaday for the St. Francis Stallions.
Well, even looking at this Knights team, Chris, even though it's had its struggles a little bit this game, it's showed more improvement from last week's win against Hurricane. Like, this is the best I've seen out of the running game in the first 6 games of the season. Like, even against a strong team, just really able to get consistent with the run game.
Bryson Smith will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. He'll settle in under center. 2nd and 3 from their own 22-yard line are the Knights. There's the snap. Hands it off. That's Turner Bailey. Whistles and flags. I knew it was coming. Confusion down there on the line of scrimmage. Somebody jumped. False start on the Knights. They'll back him up 5 yards. That 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8.
The second drive in a row that the Knights have a big penalty that hurts them. First was a delay game on 3rd and 1. Now you said 2nd and 8 now.
They cannot get this mic system right here for the officials. It's been terrible all season long. The PA system has crackled the entire season. They need to have somebody work on this stuff.
I agree. I agree with you completely.
Back to work for this Knight offense. A single wide out here to the near side. Kean Shelton to the near side. Midland on the far hash mark. Shelton here to the near sideline past the right hash mark, or left hash mark rather. There's the snap. Bryson Smith going to keep it himself. He might have gotten a couple yards on forward progress. We'll see where they mark the football.
It looks like he gave him 2.
So give him a couple yards, maybe 2 or 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and around 5 or 6, just at the minute 10 mark of the first quarter. Your score, DeSales 7, Cabell Midland 0. Midland back to the line of scrimmage. They look at 3rd and 5 officially from the 20-yard line. Midland will send that same setup. Shelton here to the near side as the wideout. Under center is Smith. Turns, looking to pass. Heavy pressure. Now he's taken down to the backfield. A loss back to the 15-yard line. A loss of 5 will make it 4th and 10.
Well, I was about to say, will the Knights pull out some trickery, and it tried, and it failed.
On the sack for DeSales was Rashawn Dow for the Stallions, but it's 4th and 10 for the Knights and Eli Thompson in punt formation.
For the Knights, you have to get the punt off because there's not enough time between play clock and game clock.
Dax Middleton deep for DeSales. He'll take it at the 45. Scamper across the 40, 35. Cut back left, and he's met by a bunch of red jerseys at the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 31 is where progress stopped, and that's where the Stallions will take over. 1st and 10.
With 0.1 seconds.
Almost at the end of this first quarter, DeSales will have one play.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen 0.1 second on a football clock.
You don't see it very often for sure.
No. I was about to be, are we calling a basketball game or football game looking at that clock for a second?
31-yard line of the Knights is where DeSales will have the football. 1st and 10. Single snap, one play before the end of the quarter. R.J. Day in the shotgun. Single back behind him. There's the snap. Hands it off. Right up the middle he goes. He's across the 30, 25, and 20. Evades the defender. And on the carry that time was Jonathan Brown. And that brings a close to the first quarter of action here from the Castle on the campus of Cabell Midland High School, where your score is DeSales 7, Midland 0. We'll come back with more action here from Cabell Midland on 92.7 The Planet.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
.12 minutes on the clock. That signifies the start of the second quarter, where DeSales Has the football 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. There's the snap. Looking to pass is R.J. Day. Corner of the end zone again. It is incomplete. Just led his receiver out a little too much that time. Intended receiver is Dax Middleton.
There's something else I'd like to mention. That is how R.J. Day, and that's just how quick he is with his reads. Like, that was amazing, going through 4 reads in maybe 2 seconds.
He's quick for sure. Checks down his receivers. Found his man, but just let him out a little too far that time. 2nd and 10.
I was like, his dad is more of an offensive type coach at Ohio State.
Single back set for Day, looking to pass again. Over the middle, he's got a receiver. That is Carson Kamrick.
And we have a flag.
The catch is made at the about 12-yard line, but there is a flag down.
Right after the catch. And
tackle made by Cabell Midland's Cam Wallace.
Personal foul face mask on Cabell Midland, so be half the distance. And not automatic first down.
The snap, hands it off. Ball goes up the middle again. Still on his feet. Brown on the stop for Cabell Midland. He's going to bring up 3rd down and a gain of 1 on the play. Makes it 3rd and goal from the 3. Midland's offense getting its back up a little bit here.
Yeah, it's like this could be a big stop if you're Cabell Midland. But also, if you're at the Stallions, if you get stopped here, is it 4-down territory, or do you just kick for points?
3rd and goal from the 3. Stallions to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Into the end zone, untouched, was Jonathan Brown, a 3-yard touchdown strike. So 3-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Brown. Extra point on the way for Desales.
As we mentioned at Desales, just now it's 13-0, and just Desales doing whatever it wants to on offense in these last 2 drives after going 3-0 on that first drive.
To put the exclamation point on for the Stallions is Bangert. Bangert puts it through the uprights. It's in and good with 9:32 left in the first half. It is Desales 14. Cabell Midland 0. We'll step away and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
It out across the 15 to the 20, and he's taken out of bounds by Desales' Jake Williams. And the Midland Knights will set up shop at the 26-yard line. 9:27 left in this first half. Midland with the football. A 3-yard touchdown run by John Brown. The extra point by Bangert was good. Makes it 14-0 here in the second quarter. Welcome you into the broadcast here on 92.7 The Planet. Chris Tatum, Ben Anderson with you for the call. Midland with the football. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Smith, under center, takes the snap. Looking, passing out into the flat. He's got to receive. It's intercepted. Just right up into the path of that football. Intercepted by Carson Kamrick for Desales. Floated one out there, and Kamrick stepped right into the path. A 6-foot, 175-pound wide receiver defensive back. Playing both ways. We've seen him on offense as well. Steps into the path of that pass and gives Desales the football back. Now, Ben, it could get ugly.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, The quarterback, he was getting pressured. He had to get rid of it, and he threw it when he got hit, and that's why it dropped, and just dropped right in the defender's arms. You said the Stallions have a chance to really put a stamper on the night's day here in the second quarter.
R.J. Day in the gun. Single back. 2 wideouts to either side. Looking to pass. Heavy pressure comes, and now he's taken down to the turf. And on the sack was Kean Shelton. Shelton with the sack. Makes it second down and about 13.
R.J. Day is really having happy feet, especially with all the pressure coming at him.
That's only the second time R.J. Day has been sacked this season.
That's incredible.
Day in the gun. 3 receivers here to the near side left. 1 to the far side right. There's the snap. Looking to throw his Day. Floats one over the line of scrimmage. In the backfield, they followed the receiver. Taken down by Brown. Actually, that was Mason Bryant on the tackle. The reception was by Jonathan Brown for Desales, and he gets taken out of bounds in the backfield for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and a mile for Desales, 3rd and 18. Nice job by this Midland defense, and they even had a good series against Desales offense last series. Desales just came up with a way to get in the end zone, but this is a big 3rd down, 3rd and 18 for Desales. R.J. Day from the gun, takes the snap, looking to pass, fires. Right sideline, got a receiver, and out of bounds goes
Jordan Karhoff.
So that was Jordan Karhoff.
It's a great play by Jordan Karhoff, though. A gain of over 20 for the first down.
Inside the Midland territory to the 10-yard line in the red zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10. For Desales, a big pickup, little pitch and catch there from R.J. Day to Jordan Karhoff.
Well, and Karhoff showing why. I do have that on my note. It says over 30 Division I offers, and most of his offers are from the Power 5 schools. I'm talking Michigan, Ohio State, schools as that.
There's the snap. Day rolling left, looking to pass, fires back across his body into the end zone. Touchdown. And that is complete to Karhoff again, a 10-yard touchdown strike for the touchdown.
That just looked like pure magic. He's showing why he has over 30 Division I offers as a wide receiver, making plays like that on this drive.
Yeah, Karhoff just all he had to do was stick his hands up in the air and catch it. So Jordan Karhoff puts 6 more on the board.
Well, I'm not sure. It's a great performance by Karhoff, but the better thrown balls by R.J. Day.
There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is in and good with 7:49 left in this first half. It is Desales 21, Cabell Midland 0. We'll step away and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet. Stop.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College. Because you matter here.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
God. After the 10-yard touchdown pass from R.J. Day to Jordan Karhoff, it makes it 21-0. The kickoff goes to Logan Shull. He brings it out across the 20-yard line to the 21, and that's where the Knights will pick up 1st and 10 from their own 21. Bryson Smith Takes the snap, hands it off around the left side, but shooting that gap for Desales. Nowhere to go, and as a matter of fact, and the tackle is going to be made in the backfield by Isaac Donqua. Otu Donqua. Isaac Otu Donqua, the 5'9", 185-pound linebacker, shoots the gap, and the loss goes back to the 17-yard line. A loss of 4. Make it 2nd and 14. 7:15 on a rolling clock here in the second quarter. Your score, Desales 21, Cabell Midland 0.
In terms of defense, the Stallions remind me a lot of University of Louisiana Monroe, how it's so quick to the ball, because that's what Bryce Vincent's team was like.
Change for the Knights as Bryson Smith brings his team back to the line of scrimmage. He'll bring the play into the huddle.
Not gonna lie, that's a movie I've never seen. I've never seen Risky Business.
Oh, no?
I've never seen it.
It's a good one. 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 32-yard line. Smith under center. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself around the right side. He goes, and white jerseys all over him.
And
on that tackle for Desales was Frankie McAllister, and also in on that tackle was Isaac Otu Donqua. 2nd and 10, no gain on the play, and a timeout for Desales. We'll take a timeout of our own, and we'll come back with more second quarter action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College. Because you matter here.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
Back to work for Cabell Midland. Bryson Smith on the quarterback keeper. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. The Knights' offense has been stifled here on this drive. 4:40 on a rolling clock here in the first half. St. Francis Desales Stallions visiting the Castle from around the Columbus area. R.J. Day calling the signals. Head coach Ryan Day of Ohio State University's son out on the field this evening. Of course, for Desales, they're up 21-0.
Yeah, Buckeyes taking on the Golden Gophers of Minnesota tomorrow.
Smith goes under center, sends a man in motion. That's Turner Bailey. He's going to get the call. He cuts right up the gut across the 35-yard line. He gets some positive yards, about 5 yards there. It'll make it 4th and about 5.
And timeout Desales.
Desales decides to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here this time. 4:09 left in this first half. Desales found their way onto the scoreboard once in the first quarter, twice here in the second quarter. It's been a little bit. The 8-yard touchdown run, or the 8-yard touchdown pass from R.J. Day to Frankie McAllister was their first strike of the night at the 2:33 mark of the first quarter. Played almost before Desales got on the board, but it made it 7-0. Extra point by Bankster was good. 9:32 mark in the second quarter. 3-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Brown. The extra point capped on by Bangert. Also good, make it 14-0. And that third score came at the 7th. Karoff, and as Ben was saying, Jordan Karoff, just a specimen of an athlete who has D1 offers all over the place as a wideout, and he's a fantastic football player. Just put his hands up in the air over top of the coverage and pulls it down for the third score of the night. Extra point was good by Bangert, make it 21-0, and that sets your score here this evening as we get back to action. 4th and about 5 for the Knights. Bryson Smith under center. Sends a man in motion. That is Logan Scholl. Scholl's going to check the sideline. And now Midland will take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout too. We'll step away and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football. Presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Those intros are long.
Yes.
Back to action here from the Castle. Chris Tatum and Ben Anderson. 4th and 6 officially for the Knights. Bryson Smith under center. Looking to pass around the right side. Looking for room. He has no room and is taken down at the 20-yard line for a big loss. On that tackle for Desales was Frankie McAllister. A big loss for the Knights, and that's where the Stallions will set up shop. That's a turnover on downs at the 21-yard line of the Knights. 4:03 left here in this first quarter. 21-0 your score. Desales with the football. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line of the Knights.
That was bad. That was bad. Like that was ugly, Chris. I don't know about you. I don't know if there's enough words in the English language to describe how ugly that was for the Knights.
Wideouts to the far side. There are 3 of them. 1 here to the near side left. They'll send a man in motion. There's the snap. Pitching out into the backfield to Jonathan Brown around the right side. Dancing, weaving, bobbing. He's got a blocker. He's going to go into the end zone from 21 yards out for the score.
Wow.
Making it look easy. At the 3:50 mark of the second quarter, rather.
He's making it look like Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl out here.
Yeah, Brown ran a lot of yards to get that touchdown. But it's a 21-yard touchdown run officially.
And yes, even though I'm young, yes, I did play Tecmo Bowl on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I did play Tecmo Bowl before. I'm not that young.
Jonathan Brown on the score. That's his 2nd of the evening. Extra point on the way from Banger. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. That one is no good. So with 3:50 left in this second quarter, your score, Desales 27, Midland 0. We'll step away and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Also like blades of steel.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready.
$10, $15, $20, $25, and $30, $35, and taken down at the 39. Logan Shaw brings the kickoff out to around the 40, we'll call it the 40-yard line. He's tackled by Blake Donnelly for Desales. But a nice pickup on the return, and a nice return there for Logan Shaw. And the Knights will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. A little better field position this time. 3:44 left in this first half. Desales leads it 27-0 after a 21-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Brown. The extra point did fail. And that puts you at your 27-0 score. Bryson Smith hands it off. Logan Scholl around the left side. Got a little bit of room to run. He picks up 2 or 3. We'll see where they spot the ball. I think they're going to give him 2. It'll be second and a, well, they give him 3. 2nd and 7.
Second and a generous 3.
On the stop for DeSales was Caleb Kitzmiller. 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line, as the Knights will check the sideline for the play. They'll break the huddle, head back to the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes left in this first half as Smith settles in under center. Full backfield for Smith. Turns, hands it off. Not much going there for the back. That's Turner Bailey. He got back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. So Bailey really had nowhere to go on that stop for DeSales. Caleb Johnson was in there on that stop. You can also credit Frankie McAllister in on that stop. That'll bring up 3rd down. 2.5 to go in this first half. 27-0 your score if you're just joining us. DeSales on top of Midland here from the Castle on the campus of Cabell Midland High School. Midland back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Smith under center. Mason Bryant in the backfield. There's the snap, looking to throw. Passes, dump pass over the middle. He was looking for Eli Thompson. The pass is broken up by Isaac Otu-Donquois. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, Otu-Donquois was a great defense. He would come in and jump into the passing lane and force the incomplete pass.
It'll bring up 4th down for the Knights. And Thompson will be in punt formation. Deep to receive, or the deep man will be Dax Middleton for DeSales. 2:08 to go in this first half of football. We knew they were going to see high-powered offense here this evening from the Stallions, but it's been done very quietly. Those 27 points have come very quietly. I won't say anything terribly explosive. And now the kick is going to be taken at the 29-yard line. And on the stop, a nice job by Turner Bailey getting down on coverage for just a small return of a couple yards for Dax Middleton. But DeSales will have the football on their own 31-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in this first half. R.J. Day brings his team out. The offense back on the field. Day will bring the play in from the sideline. And the Stallions will head back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, if you're DeSales, you could try to get the goal of trying to get the running clock for the whole second half if you were to get 42 before you get into the locker room.
2 wideouts here to the near side. They'll send a man in motion. Looking to pass his Day. Dumps it. Finds his receiver. That's Josh Elgin. Elgin out to the 35-yard line where he's taken out of bounds. On that stop, Turner Bailey. Also on that stop, Cam Wallace.
Where the clock rolls.
Pick up of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 from the 36. DeSales back to the line of scrimmage. Same setup. Well, 2 wideouts now to either side as Day from the gun. Single back to his right. There's the snap. Looking to pass. Fires a bullet across the middle of the field at the midfield stripe. It's caught, dropped, and picked back up. And the completion was to Jordan Karoff.
Karoff just showing why he's the best receiver on this roster.
22-yard pickup on that play for the first down for DeSales. Minute 15 left in this first half. R.J. Day looking to pass. A little dumper to the 40-yard line. Around the left side, receiver still on his feet. Flags fly. And Jake Asbury on the reception. He's taken out of bounds at the 15.
You know something crazy, Chris?
What's that?
Karoff going into this game, 2 catches, 14 yards for today.
Wow.
And
holding call against DeSales, they say.
But still,
so they'll back it up after the hold.
Yeah, I'm just impressed.
Flags down at the 25-yard line.
Now, I'm just impressed, though, that he's only 2 catches, 14 yards entry today, and he's just dicing it up against this Knights defense. Like, that's crazy. Like, he has, like, one of the least amount of receiving yards, but yeah, he has, like, 30 offers. That's just how talented this team is. That's unreal.
Back to work. It'll be 1st and 8 for DeSales. There's the snap. R.J. Day. Pressure comes. There's flags again. Fires downfield. It's batted and almost intercepted. Ball's incomplete. And there's a flag in the backfield. Ben Anderson says it's going to be a hold.
I'm pretty sure that has to be a hold because I saw it from, it is going to be a hold against DeSales. Yeah, I saw it. The right guard was holding him the entire time when Dave flushed out the pocket. He gave him time to take off. He was just getting absolutely destroyed. And put the head linesman, the line judge, having to really show off the arm, and he let that one, he flung that one, trying to fling it to the other end of the field. And he's showing off his arm on that one.
They'll assess the penalty, and DeSales will take a timeout. We're only 48 ticks away to halftime, and they say Coach Ryan Day is in attendance here this evening. Just heard someone's texting me. So Coach Day is here watching his son play here this evening.
That's really be cool if we were able to talk with Coach Day.
We'll go down there and get him and bring him up here. Go get him.
You really want me to do that?
Yeah, go get him, man.
Well, I can't even see where he's sitting. I would, Chris, but I can't even see where he's sitting at.
Injured player for DeSales is Frankie McAllister. He's going to walk off the field under his own power. DeSales will have 1st and 19 from 45-yard line. And back to work for St. Francis. R.J. Day brings the play in from the sideline. Back to the line of scrimmage go the Stallions. After the penalty assessed, they're looking at 1st and 19. 2 wideouts to the far side right, 1 here to the near side left. Single backer to man to the short side left. There's the snap, hands it off. This time it's Jonathan Brown. Brown to the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 6 on the carry. 35 seconds left in this first half as DeSales gets back to the line of scrimmage. They look at 2nd and 14. Day from the shotgun. 2 wideouts either way. Single back. There's the snap, looking to pass. R.J. Day, heavy pressure now. Flies around the right side. Looking downfield. Looking. Pressure again. Evades a defender now. Steps out of bounds, but finds a receiver down the field just before he stepped out. The pass is complete with 16.2 seconds left.
And
it's going to be complete to Carson Camrick for the first down.
That was really close to being a legal forward pass because from my angle, I thought he had crossed the line of scrimmage before he let that ball go. And even the coach on Cabell Midland was like, how is that not a legal forward pass? I mean, that was like a matter of inches from being a loss of down.
16.2 seconds left in this first half. A terrific pitch and catch there as R.J. Day was headed out of bounds. Found his receiver on the sideline, slides in to catch it, and picks up about 14 or 15 yards to move the sticks just before halftime. Ball will be on the 25-yard line on the far hash mark for the Stallions when we come out of the timeout.
Well, I also realized I can't really talk to Coach Hay because I don't have a third headset. I don't got enough for the
We'll just put him on. We'll just put him on.
Hey,
be all right.
Hey, Coach Jay, if you listen to this, you can just walk up here, man.
He's not listening.
Yeah, he's not listening. Hey, if he was, you never know. You never know.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, somebody could tell him. You never know.
Back to work for these two teams. 16.2 clicks on this clock left in this first half. 27-0 your score. DeSales on top of Midland here from the Castle.
But talking about radio stuff, did you know today is World College Radio Day?
I did know that. Congratulations or happy
World College Radio Day. Yeah.
Snap today, looking to pass. Plenty of time over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's intercepted. Throws one right into the hands of Cabell Midland. And it's intercepted by Cabell Midland's Ben Thompson. So they'll have about 10.5 seconds to work with before the half as Thompson stepped right in front of that R.J. Day pass and took it away. The turnover makes it 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line for the Knights.
I think if you're the Knights here, I think you just kind of take the knee and go to the locker room and trying to avoid turning the ball over. But Desales has one safety all the way back to the 30. Actually, no, he's scooting up now. Never mind. And actually, I'm running up the middle, and Chris looks like it's going to take us to the locker room.
That is the end of the first half with your score 27-0 in favor of the St. Francis Desales Stallions here from the Castle on the campus of Cabell Midland High School. We'll come back. We'll check scores from around the area. If I can talk Ben into going down and getting Coach Day, we'll get a word with him too. I doubt it, but we'll see. Anyway, that and much more coming up on the halftime report here on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
Explore the outdoors right here at home. Barboursville City Park offers over 750 acres of outdoor fun for the whole family. From picnic shelters and splash park canopies to soccer fields, turf complexes, and Little League diamonds. Enjoy fishing, disc golf, 5K courses, equestrian trails, and more. There's always something happening. Follow at Beeville Parks Rec on Facebook for events and updates. Barboursville City Park, where fun meets fresh air.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Pop hits of the new millennium. We start our halftime show this evening with a recent hit by Harry Styles. Released in 2022, this song quickly became a sensation, making it the 4th most streamed song in Spotify history and the fastest to reach this milestone. Enjoy As It Was.
Morgantown in the game of the week. 7-0 Morgantown over Wheeling Park. That's number 1 and number 3 doing battle. Number 1 Morgantown leading Wheeling Park 7-0. George Washington of Parkersburg just underway in the first quarter. No score there. And they are at Parkersburg. University playing Butler, Pennsylvania. 14-7, Butler leads it over University. Spring Mills 34-0. That's number 7 and number 11 doing battle this evening at Spring Mills. 34-0 in the first quarter. Spring Mills all over Washington. Woodrow Wilson and Preston, that's number 8 and number 16. 14-6, the Flying Eagles of Beckley over Preston in the second quarter. Martinsburg leading Musselman. That's number 10 and 12 in the state of West Virginia in Class 4A. 21-14, Martinsburg on top of that one. And then for here, again, 27-0 over Cabell Midland, the Stallions of St. Francis de Sales. Then you got Hedgesville losing to Jefferson, 35-0, the battle of the 0-4s. And then the battle of the 0-5s this evening. Just up the road at Hurricane. St. Albans and Hurricane doing battle. Hurricane leading it 10-0 at Hurricane High School in the first quarter over St. Albans out of Class AAA. But neither of those teams have won a ball game this season.
And I'm pretty sure that's the first time Hurricane, I'm pretty sure, has led in a game, or one of the first times season has led in a game.
I'm pretty sure you're right. But they lead it from Hurricane 10-0 right now. Let's check Class AAA. Greenbrier East over Shady Spring 15-0. Huntington playing at Capital 14-0 over Capital right now. Princeton and Winfield. Princeton leading it 21-14 in the second quarter. Fairmont Senior 27-7 over Buchanan Upshur. Point Pleasant down at the hands of Nitro 28-0. South Charleston losing to Herbert Hoover 34-0. Spring Valley leads it over Riverside 3-0 over the Riverside Warriors for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. And then Elkins leading Grafton 35-7. And then your last game, the Gridiron Series, Army National Guard Gridiron Series, Sissonville and Pikeview doing battle. That one, no score there. And then Ripley, 15-14 over Roane County, who Roane County's out of Class AA. Robert C. Byrd leading East Fairmont, 21-14. Wayne County, 9-3 over Lincoln County. And that does it for, well, check that. You've got Lincoln County and Lewis County, 21-6. Lincoln County leading the Lewis County Lions, 21-6 right now. Let's just go ahead and do a check-in on Class A football. See what we've got there. Wheeling Central losing to Barnesville, Ohio, 43-14. Wahama and East Reedsville, Ohio, no score there. Sherman and Mann, no score in the second quarter. Pendleton County and Tucker County knotted up at 20 in the second quarter. Chapmanville and Tulsa. Chapmanville leading that one 35-0 in the second quarter. Worth County over Webster County, 20-0 in the second quarter. And then you've got Greenbrier West losing to Fort Fry, Ohio, 48-0 in the second quarter. Buffalo leading Calhoun County, 20-0 in the second quarter. Gilmer County losing to Ritchie County, 26-0. Tigard Valley, 29-12 over Richwood Valley, Wetzel, and Bridgeport, Ohio. No score in the first quarter. And to round out the scores from across the state of West Virginia, Wyoming East out of Class AA leading Mount View 7-0. And those are the scores from around the state of West Virginia. We'll step away. We'll come back and talk about what's going on in the wide world of sports tomorrow. Reset you for the second half of action here for the Cabell Midland Knights and the St. Francis Desales Stallions right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Explore the outdoors right here at home. Barboursville City Park offers over 750 acres of outdoor fun for the whole family. From picnic shelters and splash park canopies to soccer fields, turf complexes, and Little League diamonds. Enjoy fishing, disc golf, 5K courses, equestrian trails, and more. There's always something happening. Follow at Beeville Parks Rec on Facebook for events and updates. Barboursville City Park, where fun meets fresh air.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Become a member of Liuna and train to become a union construction worker.
I was greener than green coming into this. The trainers were amazing, and I told them, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were just super great about taking it slow and making sure I understood everything and got the book work before we did the hands-on so I could do the hands-on safely. It's going great. I got to get paid to do something that I enjoyed doing. I got to work with my hands and learn all kinds of new things. If you can be in a union, be in a union. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you where you need to be.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
13 times in a row state champions. I think they actually have the record in the United States now as the longest running marching band in terms of state titles back to back to back to back, and however many times to back that is. They've also won the Governor's Cup the inaugural Governor's Cup in the last 3 years up to that point, competition in Charleston as well. A very storied history here with band directors going back to Tim James, of course, but a fantastic performance to be put on here by the Cabell Midland marching band here momentarily. We did get a chance to see the Desales Stallions marching band as well. Did a nice job. But more importantly, we're seeing the Desales Stallions walk all over your Cabell Midland Knights this evening. 27-0 your score at the half. Midland down by a few here and looking for a bright spot. Man, I'm not sure what that bright spot's going to be coming out of the halftime, because those 27 points have been pretty quiet. I know that's a big score going into half, but they've done it quietly. It's not been through explosive plays. They had a 21-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Brown that was pretty nifty, admittedly, but overall, they're not doing this in a loud, boisterous way. They scored their points. They've gotten their points on the board, but and I'm not even saying it's ho-hum. It happened.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know how you quiet that. It's like, shut down the passing game? Like, I don't really know. That's the bizarre part of this, that it could be a lot worse than what it is for the Knights.
I feel like you're right in saying that, and I'm not saying that Desales is toying with them by any stretch, but there have been times that you feel like that the Stallions should have been in the end zone, maybe. But they've also had some mistakes plague them in terms of the flags thrown on them. Right before the half, you saw two big penalties back them up almost to midfield. They were on the verge of putting it in the end zone there too. Couldn't get it done. Penalties plagued them. Midland's had a few silly penalties too, procedurally and fundamentally, that have probably hurt them. But first of all, you've got to establish some sort of offense here against this team, and they did that. What I felt like in those first couple of drives, maybe Midland was moving the football a little bit, but the Stallions have figured out a way to you want to talk about a stifling defense. After Midland had a few series where they're moving the football and get a couple first downs, they shut them down.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. They remind me a lot of like ULM and Bryant Vincent, that is swarming to the football and just being fast on defense. And that I hate trying to bring up like teams at the collegiate level, but it reminds me a lot of ULM in the Sun Belt, because that's exactly how the Warhawks play football as well.
Speaking of the Sun Belt, Marshall University having the day off tomorrow. It's a bye week, so no action at the Joan or otherwise for the Thundering Herd. They're coming off that loss last week, a heartbreaker loss last week, and you know, all the pundits saying they should have won that ball game. I tend to agree with that. But in the grand scheme of things, they're putting up 50 points last week. Pretty good outing for the offense. They've got to figure some things out too. But again, you have to take into consideration for head coach Tony Gibson. I'm not throwing to the wolves at all this year.
No.
Got decimated players left, right, and left. And there's a ton of factors that have played into this season for him. He was coming in with a 2-game win streak and almost made it a third win last week. And I know almost doesn't count. But a good outing offensively for the Thundering Herd.
503 yards of offense.
They've got to figure it out before that next ball game, and hopefully they do. I'd love to see them have a great second half of the season. Tony Gibson's such a deserving guy for sure.
Yeah, especially against a rival in the Old Dominion Monarchs coming to town next weekend.
Yeah, you got to like that. And it's homecoming that week as well.
No, homecoming's the following.
Oh, is it the following week?
Yeah,
okay.
Following week against Texas State.
Okay. Texas State's homecoming. You got ODU first and then Texas State. Gotcha. Bye week, ODU Texas State, homecoming. Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
Well, now we're straight.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy time at Marshall University, not just for the football team, also for the students as well. You got homecoming around the corner, of course, today at Marshall Campus Radio. It was World College Radio Day, and having many special programs going on throughout the day on our music side and on the sports side as well. It's been a great time at Marshall University.
You do have a chance tomorrow to see the soccer team. They've got a match tomorrow at the Vet. So how many 2,100 and some days in the top 25 for Chris Grossi and his team. They play tomorrow. There's a tailgate.
Game starts at 7 p.m. and give me a second, I pull this up. And they are taking on the Panthers of Georgia State.
So you can still go put your green on tomorrow. Go down and support the soccer team tomorrow at the Vet as they take on Georgia State.
You can wear it 2 days in a row.
You can, yeah.
Because women's soccer on Sunday at 6 p.m. takes on Old Dominion.
There you go. So you've got a full weekend of Herd soccer as well. But more importantly, we've got a full second half of action here from the Castle, and we're going to step away for our last break of the halftime report. We'll come back with second half action here from the Castle. Your score, 27-0 in favor of the St. Francis Desales Stallions. We'll come back with more action here on 92.7 The Planet.
Explore the outdoors right here at home. Barboursville City Park offers over 750 acres of outdoor fun for the whole family. From picnic shelters and splash park canopies to soccer fields, turf complexes, and Little League diamonds. Enjoy fishing, disc golf, 5K courses, equestrian trails, and more. There's always something happening. Follow at Beeville Parks Rec on Facebook for events and updates. Barboursville City Park, where fun meets fresh air.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Cabell Midland Football would like to take this opportunity to thank our following Touchdown Club sponsors. I'd like to thank Mean Jeans Towing, All Seasons Power Sports, Guthrie's, Simmons Adams Orthodontics, Redmond Bingo, Go Auto, Village Caregiving, and Bartonsville Mini Storage for your continued support.
If he won't come, Ben, don't bother him too bad. I don't want you to get it punched out. Anyway, a good night for the football here from the Castle. Beautiful evening weather-wise. Not so beautiful on the field for the Knights. The Desales Stallions have taken care of business here this evening. 27-0 your score. They put a few minutes back on the clock, so we're just about a minute and a half away from the start of the second half, but both teams are making their way back to the sideline, and we'll get this one underway. 27-0 your score, as you well know. We've talked about this and had this happen last week. 35 points in the second half. I think it's 35 in the fourth quarter, actually, maybe 42 in the third under the new rule. But if they hit 42 points in the third, you have a running clock. If it's 42-point deficit or a 35-point deficit in the fourth quarter, you have a running clock. DeSales, a high-powered offense, and we've seen all kinds of weapons that they've used here this evening in terms of guys who put their hands on the football and a very unselfish offense. You do have Jonathan Brown, who's hit pay dirt twice on touchdown runs, but man, Frankie McAllister, Jordan Karoff, the receiver, just specimens in terms of athleticism, and R.J. Day as well. Talk about Dax Middleton as well. You get a lot of D1 players on this team, a number of upperclassmen compared to what the Knights have on this team on their side of the football. 30 seconds away, we've got the ball teed up, and the Stallions will have the football to start things off here in the second half. Midland did receive to start the football game off. And Eli Thompson will tee it up right at the middle of the 40-yard line. Ready to kick it away. Deep man is Dax Middleton. Alongside him is Caleb Johnson. And over on that far side, it looks like Frankie McAllister. There's the kick right down the middle and sails into the end zone for the touchback. Nice leg there for Thompson and the Knights. The Desales Stallions will bring their offense out on the field. R.J. Day brings the offense out. Ben Anderson's down there going to chase down Ryan Day. He really left. I'm like, go get him. He's done it. R.J. Day from the shotgun. 3 wideouts here to the near side left. DeSales moving right to left in front of us here in this third quarter. There's the snap. Hands it off right at the middle. The pile pushes forward to the 25-yard line, and that's where forward progress will stop.
Stallions run up the middle, pick up about 3 yards.
Pick up about 3 for DeSales. On the tackle was Mason Bryant for the Knights. On that carry is Middleton for DeSales. So a gain of, give him about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Just underway here in the third quarter. 27-0 your score. DeSales on top of the Knights. Stallions leading it. R.J. Day in the gun. Takes the snap. Little low. Scoops it up. Passes across the middle. He finds a receiver. That's Carson Kamrick. He's taken down at the 34-yard line. And a first down for the Stallions. Cam Wallace on the tackle. First and 10 as they move the sticks to the 37-yard line for DeSales. Back to the line of scrimmage come the Stallions. From the gun is R.J. Day. There's the snap. Rolling right. Day looking to throw. He's going to keep it himself across the 40, 45, and 50. And he goes out of bounds, but he picks up the first down right at the stick. Heads up play. And an injury. You got a Cabell Midland Knight down on the field at the 32-yard line. And the injured player is Braylon Wing. We're going to take a time out of our own while they tend to him, and we'll bring you back to third quarter action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
$10 for DeSales, and the running back is John Hockaday. He picks up about 2 yards on the carry to the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. So DeSales to the midfield stripe. Nose of the football rests on the midfield stripe. I will say Ben Anderson did make his way all the way over to Coach Day. I think the interview request was declined, but bully for Ben for doing it. Maybe, I hope he snapped a picture. We'll ask him when he gets back. He should have snapped a picture. R.J. Day from the shotgun takes the snap, rolls right, heavy pressure comes. Day evading defenders across midfield, slides to the 45-yard line. They'll mark him at the 46. And they'll give him about 4 yards on the pickup. Make it 3rd and 4 for the Stallions. Clock's at the 9:30 mark of the third quarter. 27-0 your score. Ben Anderson, I'm proud of you. You did it. What'd he say?
He said, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I'll have to pass."
Did you take a picture with him?
I did not.
What? You didn't even take a selfie with him?
He didn't. He looked like he didn't really want to be bothered.
R.J. Day takes the snap, fires down the right sideline. He's got a receiver. Is it caught? It is indeed caught at the 15-yard line, but a flag is down, they say.
Yeah, I was like, my defense.
Back at the 47-yard line.
I didn't want to bother him because he looked like he was kind of locked in, didn't really want to be bothered. So
fair enough.
That's why.
I'm still proud of you. Nice job.
Hey, besides, I've already met a Hall of Fame coach before. I've met Frank Beamer, the Hall of Fame coach at Virginia Tech.
He is a Hall of Fame coach. He is. Yeah.
Met him when Marshall women's basketball went to the NCAA tournament at Virginia Tech my sophomore year of college.
All right, so the penalty is going to be assessed against the Stallions.
And it is a legal forward pass, which results in a loss of down.
So it's going to be third down and about 8, it looks like. Based on, fourth down, rather.
Yeah,
about 8.
With the result of down, it goes to the next down.
Fourth down and about 8 for the Stallions as Day, actually, check that. You're going to get bangered into punted away.
Yeah, Day just went across the line of scrimmage before the ball was released.
Waits on the snap. Ball is at the shoulder pad, pulls it down, kicks it away. Wobbly punt. Bounces at the 26, going to roll inside the 10-yard line. Boy, oh boy, did they get a nice roll on that punt. All the way down to the 4-yard line, maybe the 3-yard line. In between the 3 and the 4 is where they're going to mark it. A whale of a punt. So it'll be first and 10 from inside the 5-yard line for the Knights. Bryson Smith will bring the offense to the line of scrimmage, or to the huddle, rather. 8:51 left in this third quarter. 27-0 your score. Desales on top of the Knights here from Cabell Midland High School. Smith is going to send 2 wideouts here to the near side right. They are moving left to right in front of us here in front of the press box. Smith under center, takes the snap, keeps it himself, room to run, across the 10 to about the 13 and 14. Pyle still moving out to the 15-yard line. Bryson Smith with a great run there for the Knights will move the sticks. A first down for Cabell Midland. He just found a hole and made his way through it and just kept those legs moving. Moves the sticks. A 10-yard pickup, just over 10 yards for Bryson Smith. Will make it first and 10 from the 15-yard line. Clock rolls to the 8:20 mark of the third quarter. Smith will send 2 wideouts to the far side this time, left side for the Knights. Smith under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Mason Bryant with the carry across the 20 to the 23-yard line. They may give him to the 24, depending on that spot, but Bryant with a nice pickup.
Yeah, they got him at the 24.
About 9 yards for Mason Bryant.
Good run.
Man, he just runs so hard.
Yes, he does.
Those legs just keep churning. 7:45 left in this third quarter as the Knights break the huddle. Head back to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts here to the near side right this time. That's Kean Shelton and Logan Scholl. Single back for Smith. He turns. He hands it off. Right at the middle goes the football. Pyle still moving. And he might have gotten the first down. I think he did based on the
yep, he got it.
Placement. And they're going to move the sticks. A big first down for the Knights to the 25-yard line. First and 10.
If you're the Knights, you really want to score here because 2 more scores by the Stallions results in the running clock rule in West Virginia, as it's 42 in the third or 35 in the fourth. So it's kind of weird, though, because it's different in all 3 states in the tri-state.
Right.
Like Ohio, it's 30 in the second half. West Virginia, it's a little bit different. And then Kentucky, we've learned when we went to Pikeville, is a little bit different as well.
2 wideouts here to the near side once again for the Knights. Smith under center. Single back for the Knights. There's the snap. He keeps it himself around the left side across the 30 to the 32 and 33-yard line. Bryson Smith is upended by Caleb Johnson. But a nice pickup, and you've got a Midland Knight down on the turf. That looks to be Bryson Smith.
Well, and then another thing I just realized, Midland played teams in all 3 states in the tri-state.
Yeah.
Playing Pikeville in Kentucky and falling. Playing 2 teams out of Ohio, and now multiple teams in the great state of West Virginia as well. But just looking at Cabell Midland against teams in the Buckeye State, Cabell Midland is 4-4 all time against teams in the state of Ohio. And the most recently, of course, was back-to-back games against the Ironton Fighting Tigers, falling last year 63-7, then the 2023 35-21 win, both games at the Joan. And then the only other team that's closest that's played to Columbus was Anderson Cincinnati back in 2017 when it fell at home 49-41, but it's also played games against Jackson in 2016, 2002, 2003 against Wheelersburg, and then Ironton, of course, in 97-96.
Bryson Smith makes his way off the field under his own power. Good to see.
They get a
little shot on the broadcast of Ryan Day over there looking at his phone. He's game planning for tomorrow. Second down for the Knights, 2nd and 3 from the 33-yard line.
And they always say a Buckeye can possibly be stronger than a Golden Gopher.
Back to work, calling the signals this time is Logan Scholl. He hands the ball off right up the middle. And a great run. Again, Mason Bryant keeps those legs moving all the way to the 40-yard line. A nice job, 7 yards on a hard-fought 7 yards for Mason Bryant on the pickup, and that moves the sticks for the Knights. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Well, talk about that. Who would you take in a fight, Bruce, the Buckeye, or the Golden Gopher?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I got to be honest. Did you see the article about the one mascot who took the opportunity to put the beat down on Brutus the Buckeye?
I did.
He tried out for the mascot thing, and he was gonna do this on purpose, and he took his opportunity and beat down Brutus.
Was it Ohio?
It was the Bobcat. It was Rufus the Bobcat.
Yeah, I did see that. It was Rufus decided to pick a fight with him, and he won that fight.
Mason, there's
got a
late
foul.
flag. Yep, personal foul is going to be on Desales.
Yeah, it's going to be unnecessary roughness.
Yep. And the offending stallion was Isaac Otudunkwa. Say that 3 times fast again. Mason Bryant did get a couple yards on forward progress, but the flag was assessed on a unnecessary roughness.
Yeah,
it will be a first down.
Yeah, blowing the whistle, he wasn't letting go, so 15 yards. You got to let go. Like, he did not have to throw him down. He could have just eased up, and he chose not to. And that's going to cost him.
Midland now looking at 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Stallions.
Well, we mentioned this during break. That's now the second college head coach power conference I've met in my lifetime. Because I also met Frank Beamer a couple years ago, too.
Nice.
So I was coaches 3 because I've also met Coach Gibson.
Scholl calling the signals, passes out into the flat. He's got a receiver. Nice little pitch and catch there. And the pass complete to Ken Shelton. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards. 2nd down and about a yard to go for the Knights as they move the football. Ball will rest on the 35-yard line. They need to the 34. So a yard to go here. 2nd and 1.
Which is also realize with Dave visiting these different schools gives you a great chance to see possible recruits.
There's the snap. Mason Bryant gets the call. I believe he's got the first down yardage on. Well, I don't know. He's going to be short. He picks up about a half yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Well, might not be recruits for Ohio State, but recruits for maybe other coaches that he might know. And kind of helping out the recruitment pool a little bit.
Midland looking at 3rd and short.
Must pick up first down here if you're the Knights, Chris.
This is 4-down territory for them. It's got to be.
Has to be. I agree with you 100% there.
Scholl takes the snap. He's got some room to run. He's got the first down, leaps forward, and he's going to move the sticks. A nice job by Logan Scholl on the quarterback keeper to get the first down for the Knights. The sticks will move, and the clock rolls to the 3:52 mark of the 3rd quarter. 27-0 your score. Midland looking to hit pay dirt for the first time in this contest.
If you're the Knights, come on, punch one in.
Ball's on the 32-yard line. First and 10 for the Knights. Scholl brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the I formation directly behind him. That's Mason Bryant and Turner Bailey. Scholl takes the snap, hands it off. Bailey up the middle, room to run across the 20 to the 15, and he drags the Desales Stallion down with him. Finally making that tackle was Dax Middleton, but not before Turner Bailey is able to move the sticks again to the 15-yard line.
And we are now in the red zone. We got a chance.
First and 10 for the Knights, courtesy of the pickup by Turner Bailey to the 15-yard line. 2 wideouts here to the near side right. Single back in the backfield is Mason Bryant. Scholl follows Bryant, but the Desales Stallions stifle that quarterback keeper. No gain on the play. Maybe a yard, they say. We'll see where they put it down.
But this is still 4-down territory if you're the Knights.
Picks up a yard to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 9.
You gotta get in the end zone. You
2:50.
have to get in the end zone.
2:50 clock rolls here in the third quarter. 27-0 your score. Midland looking to strike gold here in the third. Put some points on the board. 2 backs in the I formation again. That's Turner Bailey and Mason Bryant behind Logan Scholl. Scholl takes the snap. Bailey gets the call. Falls across the 10-yard line down to the 7. On the tackle for DeSales was Jake Williams. And I think you can also credit Blake Donnelly on that tackle. We're looking at 3rd and 3 for the Knights. Ball is on the 8-yard line. So they can get a new set of downs here. Mason Bryant, Turner Bailey in the backfield. There's the snap. Bailey gets the call around the right side. Now scoots back towards the hash mark, but it's covered up. He gets forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 4th and 3. Minute 45. The clock rolls here towards the end of the third quarter.
You have to be smart with your play call in this situation. You don't want to come up short. You don't want to lose yardage. You got to go for broke, and we have a stoppage in play and timeout.
We got a timeout, and we'll take a timeout of our own and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
All the big games with a delicious and fresh party tray from your local food fair. Score big with a meat and cheese or veggie tray. Get a first down with a chicken salad croissant tray. Or bring home the win with a variety of wing trays. Food fair, conveniently fresh.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Fumble in the backfield, recovered by St. Francis.
Fumbles the snap, and basically the DeSales defender falls right on top of the ball. Scholl couldn't see where it was. DeSales falls on top of it. Turnover for the Knights to the Stallions at the 10-yard line.
When I said you can't do anything bad in this situation, that is exactly what I meant. Do not fumble the snap.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Scholl just didn't see where it dropped to the ground or what, but it looked like Tom stops down there. Having said that, the Stallions have it 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. R.J. Day has a single back and 2 wideouts to either side. They'll send a man in motion. There's the snap. Hands it off. Up the middle goes the football across the 15 to the 16 and 17-yard line for the Stallions.
And
the carry is Caleb Johnson.
And bad thing is, that was the best drive that the Knights have had all game, Chris.
Yep. Thompson on the tackle for Cabell Midland. Alongside him was Mason Bryant. It'll be 2nd down and about 4 for the Stallions. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts to either side for DeSales. Day in the shotgun. Single back to his left side. Flags fly.
And it's thrown by the near back wing. And I don't know.
I'm not sure what the signal is. We'll get the call here in a minute. Is it sideline? It is a sideline warning. Sideline warning on the Knights.
And since this is the second offense, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yep, they're going to march off 5.
And
that is the first down.
Yeah, and if then you have it a third time, it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Well, the sideline gave the Stallions a first down. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Day in the gun takes the snap, looking to throw. Firing right side. He's got a receiver at the 35-yard line. Evades the defender, now spins out of another tackle across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And that is going to be caught by Frankie McAllister.
Now Frankie McAllister, the Army commit, with the catch.
Now Desales has another first down at the 42-yard line. The clock rolls inside a minute to go here in the third quarter. Desales with the football. 27-0 your score. They're going to get a play or two off before the end of the third. R.J. Day in the gun. Takes the snap, looking to throw again. Pressure comes. He fires to the right sideline at the midfield stripe. It's caught. That time caught by Blake Donnelly. And it goes right to midfield. An 8-yard pickup on the pitch and catch there for the Stallions.
Can I talk about how how R.J. Day and just how comfortable he is in the pocket, especially during pressure? Most high school quarterbacks, they panic. He did not panic. He's got guys coming at him, and he still steps up and throws an absolute dime.
Throwing those darts for sure.
It's just so cool, calm and collected in the pocket. It's
3 wideouts left, one to the far side right. There's the snap. Fires out into the flat. He's got Middleton, around the left side. He goes, flags fly right in front of us at the 46-yard line.
2 flags flew.
I think they saw the same thing, and they're going to call it. I think they're going to call this on Jordan Karoff. Jordan Karoff was out there pleading his case.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding. Against St. Francis.
I knew it was a hold based on the placement of those flags, and it was, and like I said, it was Karoff who was pleading his case, so he was the offending Stallion.
Oh yeah, I saw him because when the ball carrier went to cut, he grabbed onto him, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hold. And then both flags fly. And went, okay, yeah, that is a hold. I was right.
Stallions now look at second down and about long for a short 5.
That's the problem. When you have all those cut plays, you got to watch for holds.
7 ticks left on the clock. Yeah, true. Now they're going to let the clock roll to a close here for the third quarter with your score. St. Francis Desales 27, Cabell Midland 0. We'll step away and bring you fourth quarter action right after this on 92.7 The Planet.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Partners Insurance, Putnam County Bank, Wendy's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group are proud supporters of Cabell Midland Athletics.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Football, I think the following Philco Club sponsors, I think Moses Collision Center, State Farm Insurance, Agent Russ McCray.
With you, 12 minutes on the clock, and that signifies the start of the fourth quarter of action. Midland Defense on the field, 3rd and 5 for the Stallions. There's the snap to R.J. Day, looking to pass, fires, right sideline. He's got a man wide open, right into the breadbasket. He's going to go in for the score. Dax Middleton, and there's a flag down on the far side, but Middleton makes the grab for a 53-yard touchdown pass.
My question is, what's the flag on?
To start the 4th quarter. Dax Middleton, right. R.J. Day's pass went right into the breadbasket. A beautifully thrown ball.
And a flag's waved off.
Flag's waved off. So Dax Middleton on the touchdown score. Extra point on the way. Banger. Oh, wait. Are they going to go for 2? Yeah, they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, because if you go for 2, you get the running clock.
35 points means running clock here in the 4th.
So, yeah, go for it to get the running clock going if you're at St. Francis.
R.J. Day from the gun. Takes the snap, looking to pass, fires a floater, and it's thrown over the head of the receiver. So with 11:50 left in this ball game, your score of St. Francis Desales 33, Cabell Midland 0. We'll come back with 4th quarter action on 92.7 The Planet.
Your notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100. Or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
Being a LIUNA member has brought me financial stability. I used to work in retail and that's not what I wanted to do. And someone came into the store and said, well, have you thought about the laborers union? I'm 25 years old. I already have a good job, a good paying job, and I'm not going to have an abundance of college debt. You can choose what type of route and what career you want to take with what classes you take here.
Number 7, Mason Bryant was the carrier. Assisting on that play was number 2, Caleb Johnson.
Off. Mason Bryant brings it out across the 20-yard line to the 24-yard line where he's upended, and the Cabell Midland Knights will take over 1st and 10 after a 53-yard touchdown pass to Dax Middleton from R.J. Day. Makes it 33-0. That 2-point conversion failed, and the Knights now have the football 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Scholl takes the snap. Actually, that's Bryson Smith back calling the signals again. He hands it off. The Pile's going to push forward across the 30-yard line or out to the 30-yard line. Turner Bailey on the carry. A nice pickup for the Knights, about 6 yards. And on the stop for DeSales was Tanner Aldridge. 11-10 left in this ball game. Midland looks at 2nd and 4 from their own 30-yard line. The Knights back to the line of scrimmage. Bryson Smith, nice to see him back in there after the injury in the first half. Him back calling the signals. Under center he goes. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Up the middle goes the football to Mason Bryant. He had nowhere to go, really. He may have got a yard, but he was upended quickly right at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and about 3 to go. Isaac Otu Danquois is on the stop there for the Stallions.
I'm not going to try to say it 3 times fast. I'm not going to try.
You should. I'd be entertained by it. 3rd and 2.
That gives me even more reason not to do it.
Right. 3rd and 2 from the 32-yard line officially for the Knights. Bryson Smith, 2 backs in the backfield, a man to the short side right. There's the snap. Trouble on the exchange, and Bryson Smith is going to be taken down to the backfield inside the 30, back at the 27-yard line. Those fundamental mistakes just hurt so bad in a game like this.
All right, now Midland's having a chance to get shut out for the first time this season.
It'll be 4th down and about 6 after the loss on the play. Clock rolls to the 9:45 mark in the 4th quarter. Your score 33-0 in favor of St. Francis DeSales. Team out of Columbus, Ohio, headlined by Coach Ryan Day's son, R.J. Day, the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Back to work for Midland.
And also the defending national champion.
True story. 2 backs in the I formation. There's the snap. Looking to pass, dumps it over the top to Logan Scholl. Scholl across the 30 to the 35, out to the 40. He's got the first down and more. Flags fly. That's going to be unnecessary roughness or a face mask.
The face mask.
Two.
That's going to be a face mask. I mean, he grabbed a face, and when he went down, he jerked his head. I saw the jerk.
They're going to tack on the penalty. It is a face mask at the 41.
Add 15.
Add 15 to the end of that little dump pass from Bryson Smith to Logan Scholl. That's going to put Midland into DeSales territory.
15 yards from where the foul happened.
Well, the flag was put down right there. Was it incidental?
Well,
then?
no. Yeah, it was
incidental.
Yeah, legal hands to the face. No.
So 1st and 10 from the 45, not a 15-yarder, a 5-yarder, tacked onto the end of the run. Just shy of midfield are the Knights. Bryson Smith under center, 2 wideouts to the far side right. There's the snap, hands it off, up the middle. Now cutting right. The ball's
actually it's fumbled.
The ball's fumbled. DeSales.
It's recovered by DeSales.
Has the football. So they have the football. They came out with it. Ball was fumbled on the exchange. So DeSales will take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Bryson Smith, trouble on the exchange. Mason Bryant went out there to try to take it back away, but the failure on the exchange already happened, so the turnover goes to the Stallions.
I never saw the ball come out. That was very difficult to see.
9 minutes left in this contest. DeSales leads at 33-0. They have the football on their 47-yard line of the Knights. 1st and 10. Sends a man in motion, does R.J. Day, looking to pass, backs it up, drops back, fires left sideline. He's got Middleton again. There's going to be a flag. I knew it.
That's going to be
that
DPI.
Flag was good. Yeah, that flag was absolutely necessary.
Yeah, that's
the receiver basically got assaulted down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that is textbook defensive pass interference.
So the flag came out right as it happened.
Yeah, pass interference, defense, 15 yards.
So that'll move the sticks for the Stallions, putting them closer to another score. 8:53 left in this one. Clock is stopped now to assess that penalty. The official will set the clock in motion, and DeSales will have it 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Knights. R.J. Day sends a man in motion. There's the snap. Ball goes right up the middle. Around the left side goes Jonathan Brown. Brown cuts it outside and goes out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. Give him about 17 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10 for the Stallions again to the 15-yard line. Sticks move. DeSales to the line of scrimmage at the 15.
That's something I just heard. I heard a bunch of students singing the theme song to SpongeBob.
What's a popular song?
It is a very popular song.
Back to work for this DeSales offense. Give is right up the middle. This time the back is Frankie McAllister. And actually check that. That was John Hockaday on the carry. He's going to get about 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 5.
Yeah, because I thought, my ears deceiving me? Then I heard SquarePants went, oh my, they actually. I'm sorry, that's still one of the greatest cartoons ever created.
I can't even disagree. 2nd and 5 for the Stallions, and it looks like are Midland going to take a timeout? The official's taking a timeout. Who's taking a timeout? Nobody knows. Nope. There's confusion.
All right, official's timeout.
The official's timeout. They're not going to let Midland go to the sideline. But you've got an official's timeout.
It was a quick official's timeout. Now we're back in.
We got half the Stallions over to the sideline, the other half in the original huddle. And now they'll come back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line for DeSales. Day from the shotgun. Single back set. He gets the call in the backfield. That's Hockaday. And Hockaday in for the score from 10 yards out. So a 10-yard touchdown run for John Hockaday.
And now the clock will start rolling, or should start rolling.
Extra point on the way. It'll be 39-0. Extra point on the way from Bangert. Ryan Bangert, the 5'10", 175-pound place kicker, junior place kicker, trying to put the ball through the uprights.
Yep, and the clock rolls.
Kick is up. We've got whistles, and I'm not sure if we're calling delay a game or legal substitution or what, but they're not saying anything yet.
Wait,
what's happening? Are they just resetting the ball?
I think something may have happened.
I know something happened. I'm not sure what. DeSales runs another player in. Extra point on the way from Bangor. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is in and good. Your score at 7:35 mark in the first quarter. DeSales 40, Midland 0. We'll step away and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Partners Insurance, Putnam County Bank, Wendy's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group are proud supporters of Cabell Midland Athletics.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Left side, he's got room to run. Now cuts it back up the middle across the 20 and 25. He is upended by DeSales James Partlow on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. And the clock should be rolling here in the fourth quarter with a running clock in the fourth. It's a 35-point deficit in the fourth, so the clock will roll here in the fourth. As the Knights will break the huddle and head back to the line of scrimmage. Smith. Under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Scholl gets the call. He's got some room to run out to the 35 and 36-yard line. Nice run, a pickup of 8. We'll make it 2nd down.
Well, Chris, I do have a stat for us.
Lay it on me.
And that is, if this game ends the final score it is, it will be the first time that Midland has been shut out since being shut out in the second round of the playoffs in 2017 against Spring Valley when it fell 15-0 at the Wolves' Den.
Wow. It's been a minute. Back to work for this Midland offense. Bryson Smith under center. Gives his play to the line. Settles in. Sends Scholl in motion. There's the snap. Little reverse. And that is going to be given to Turner Bailey. He's in the wide open. He's got some room to run across the 45 and 50. He's down to about the 49-yard line where he's upended.
And then to add on to this stat, the last time in the regular season was on October 13th, 2006, and a 36-0 home loss against the Highlanders of Huntington.
First and 10 for the Knights. They move the sticks again. Bryson Smith brings the play in from the sideline. 5:50. Clock rolls here in the fourth quarter. 40-0 your score. Desales on top of the Knights.
So long story short, it's been a hot minute.
Single back in the back, or two backs in the I formation behind Smith. He takes the snap, hands it off. Got some room to run. First down and more for Logan Scholl across the 35, down to the 30 and 25, and he's taken out of bounds by Isaac Otudunkwa. And Landon Johnston also in on the stop for the Desales. But a big first down for the Knights all the way to the 23-yard line. Bryson Smith will bring the play in from the sideline. The clock rolls towards the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. A full backfield for Bryson Smith. Under center he goes, takes the snap, looking, keeping it himself, across the 20, 15, dances across the 10, and he's taken down around the 7-yard line. On the stop that time was Carter Clark for DeSales. It is a first down for the Knights to the 7-yard line is where they officially mark it. Actually, ball's on the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8. 4:15. Clock rolls here in the fourth. Midland looking to score late in the ball game. There's the snap. Bryson Smith. Up the middle goes the football. Low inside handoff there. Doesn't go very far. Mason Bryant on the carry. Might have picked up a yard. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yep, there at the 7. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Second goal from the 7. Bryant the lone back. A wide out to either side for Bryson Smith. Under center, takes the snap, keeping it himself, rolls out to the right side. He's got a little room to run. He's inside the 5 and is taken down at the 3-yard line. Bryson Smith picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3.
And on that tackle, number 20, Jackson Danielson. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for your Knights.
Logan Scholl brings the play in from the sideline. The Knights are looking at 3 minutes to go in the contest. The Knights will head back to the line of scrimmage. Kean Shelton, the lone wideout here to the near side. Smith under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Room to run. Into the end zone. Touchdown for Turner Bailey. A 4-yard touchdown run for Turner Bailey. Puts Midland on the scoreboard.
And Midland avoids the shutout and also eliminates the running clock. At least I think.
Well, you've got it's going to be 34, extra point on the way. So, yeah, the running clock goes away.
Well, but I'm thinking if West Virginia, I can't remember if it stops after you hit the point or if it.
Oh, I see.
Because I know Ohio's like that. West Virginia, I can't remember.
They're going to keep it rolling, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay, West Virginia, once you hit it, you don't leave it. Ohio, I'm so used to that. It's like when you hit, if you go back, you have to go back to normal rules.
LaFawn's extra point is good. With 2:27 left in the contest, it's DeSales 40, Midland 7. Will step away for the break and come back with more action from Midland High School on 92.7 The Planet.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Is going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback. A 4-yard touchdown run by Turner Bailey, and LaFawn's extra point makes it 40-7. 2:27 left in this one, and they are absolutely stopping the clock now. So the clock does stop after you break that threshold. So if they're not down by 35, the rolling clock does stop. So by virtue of that score, that 4-yard touchdown run by Turner Bailey, the clock will stop as per usual. First and 10 for DeSales.
No, now it's run. No,
well, they put it into motion.
Yeah. It's just after the kickoff, you don't start it again. Yeah, you don't start again until the possession begins. Like now,
little run out for DeSales.
Yeah,
a 9-yard pickup for number 35. We've not seen him. That's Jonah Jenkins.
Yeah, the only time now the clock will stop is on a timeout or a change of possession.
Second down, and about 2 to go. Minute 55 left in this one. And the Stallions are going to be content to let this clock just roll.
Let it roll.
The play clock, by the way, back on this week, has been on point. It's not been this season, so they did get that fixed. The Stallions back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 2 from the 28. 2 wideouts to either side for DeSales. There's the snap. Hands it off. Right up the middle. And maybe get a yard there shy of the first down mark. It'll be 3rd and 1 officially. On the tackle for Cabell Midland was Ben Thompson. It'll be 3rd and 1.
New quarterback for St. Francis is number 12, Joey Petrosky.
Don't know if you heard that or not, but Joey Petrosky is calling the signals now for the Stallions. Our first look at him, he is a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore quarterback. Getting a little time in here this evening, and just to his right is Jonah Jenkins. We've not seen him run the football this evening either. 2 wideouts to either side. 45 seconds left. Petrosky, snap goes over his head. Petrosky's going to have to fall on it inside the 10-yard line. 35 seconds left in this one.
They don't have to snap it.
Nope, they do not have to snap it. 36 and 35 on the play clock, 28 on the game clock, and that is going to do it for this one.
Well, like the old song says, turn out the lights, the party's over.
For sure. They'll let those last 20 seconds roll off the clock, and we'll do the same and go ahead and take our final break here from the Castle. Your final score, St. Francis DeSales Stallions 40, Cabell Midland Knights 7. Back with the post-game report. Close things out here from the campus of Cabell Midland High School right after this on 92.7 The Planet.
Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Partners Insurance, Putnam County Bank, Wendy's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group are proud supporters of Cabell Midland Athletics.
Explore the outdoors right here at home. Barbersville City Park offers over 750 acres of outdoor fun for the whole family. From picnic shelters and splash park canopies to soccer fields, turf complexes, and Little League diamonds. Enjoy fishing, disc golf, 5K courses, equestrian trails, and more. There's always something happening. Follow at Beeville Parks Rec on Facebook for events and updates. Barbersville City Park, where fun meets fresh air.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
Being a LIUNA member has brought me financial stability. I used to work in retail and that's not what I wanted to do. And someone came into the store and said, well, have you thought about the laborers union? I'm 25 years old. I already have a good job, a good paying job, and I'm not gonna have an abundance of college debt. You can.
Ben Anderson, 40-7 is your final score. The Knights drop 1-2. The St. Francis Desales Stallions here this evening. R.J. Day had a big day for the Stallions, but so did a lot of other players for that ball club. Just no answers for the Knights this evening. High-powered offense comes in and does its high-powered thing. There was no score. No one scored in the third quarter. At the half, we were 27-0 in favor of the Stallions, and then in the third quarter, nobody put points on the board. And then in the fourth quarter, a 53-yard touchdown pass to Dax Middleton from R.J. Day. A beautifully thrown ball. And the two-point conversion fails, made it 33-0. 10-yard touchdown run by John Hockaday. The extra point was good to set your score, their final points of the game, at 40-0. And then at the 2:46 mark of the fourth quarter, Midland finally hits the end zone with a 4-yard touchdown run by Turner Bailey. The extra point sails through the uprights courtesy of LaFawn, makes it and sets your final score at 40-7. Reminder, it is a bye week next week for the Knights, so there is no action here on 92.7 The Planet for the Knights, but it's a bye week for the Thundering Herd this week, so next week you'll get the Herd but not the Knights. But after that, we head on the road for a few games, and we'll be happy to bring that action to you here on The Planet, the home of your Cabell Midland Knights. For Ben Anderson, for Lenny back in studio, and all of those keeping us on the broadcast tight and right, we say thank you, and broadcast partner Ben, thanks for being here this evening as well. Your final score one final time. St. Francis Desales Stallions 40,